What do you think? Good. Morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, August 24th, 2017, and I'm getting ready to head into work for the day. And I just realized that I don't even think I did a evening entry yesterday after work. After work was pretty hectic. I had a lot of stuff going on. Immediately after work, I was actually on the walk out. I was talking to my parents on the phone, and then I got back, and Vicky got back pretty soon, quite after I got to her place. So her and I went for a walk with Sophie, and then I was working on the mining rig last night. So I moved the existing mining setup into the new chassis. So basically the motherboard, processor, or I should say the motherboard, hard drive, 3 graphics cards into the new chassis. That seems to work pretty well. I ran into an issue where there's some sort of a problem with the motherboard itself. Like, I think the battery, the little CMOS battery, I think it's dead or needs to be replaced. So when you kill power to the board, like completely, when you unplug it completely, it like wipes out the date, the time, and then BIOS bitches or complains that they want you to hit F1 to go to the motherboard and do some shit. I forgot to bring a keyboard and mouse. So I went over to work, grabbed a keyboard, grabbed a mouse, and got that figured out. So I thought I was going to have to reinstall the operating system and everything. Thank God I did not. So what else is going on? Not much. I'm going to try to come back to Vicky's today at lunch, pack up some of my stuff, and let Sophie out, eat some lunch, make a sandwich or something. And then after work, Luke and I are going to go right to the range. So it's going to be getting dark sooner. I think it gets dark at like 7:30 or 8. And so the sooner we can get to the range, the sooner we can, the more we can shoot, I should say. So we're going to try out a new place. It's Sportsman's Club that I signed up for. And we'll kind of see how it goes. So I got a coworker that he was asking me yesterday if when we can meet up, and he says he wants to invest somewhere around $1,000 or so. And so I'm gonna sit down with him sometime this morning, hopefully. And today is BitConnect loan day, so I'm still doing my $200 loans. I don't care how big I get, how bad I get, whatever. I still need a fucking new car. So even 1 year from now, I might not be willing or wanting to cash out much or whatever. And I'll at least have my $200, well, $400 a month Bitcoin savings. So if anything, I could still cash, or I could still buy a car, but I'll just, what is this guy doing? There's a guy that has his door open and he's running out of his truck. Okay. I don't know. So what would be nice is if I can meet up with this dude this morning, go over everything, and then from that point we could, I can show him how to make a loan and all that stuff. So that's kind of my idea or my plan. If he does $1,000 loan or $1,010 loan, I should be able to get like $70 commission off of that. So my other buddy Nico, he wants to do a $10K loan. That would be $700 commission off of that. So he seems pretty receptive to the idea. He doesn't seem like he's gonna be like, oh fuck Bob. So I'm excited about that. Another coworker, I'm gonna get her into it, explain stuff to her and all that. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be doing seminars or something on this shit, having people sign up under me. But after seeing the guy that I'm signed up under, seeing his referral bonuses and shit, holy fuck, dude. All he does is make videos on like YouTube and stuff, so Trying to think what happened. What else is happening? Not much. So that's kind of where my head's at. I'm gonna try to get some of these referrals locked in, get these guys up and running, and let them start doing some work too. Once they start seeing the money roll in, the interest roll in, all that shit, I presume they're gonna start dropping more money like I'm doing. That's how I started. I started with $200 loans, then I did a 5K loan. Now I want to do another 5 or 10K loan like immediately. So the more money that you pledge with BitConnect, or I should say loan, the faster you get it back. So let's say like a 5. I think let me think about that. I want to say a 1K loan. Like $10 to $1,000 is like 299 days to get your money back. $1,010 to $5,000 is I think 239 days to get your money back. $5,010 is I think 179 days to get your money back. So just under 6 months. $10,010 and up, you get your money back in 120 days. So you could theoretically let's say you do a 10K loan, you could do 3 of them in a year with that same 10K. Now, what Nico and I were doing yesterday, we were crunching the numbers and stuff, and with one 10K loan, you can make an additional 14K. So what he was doing was saying, okay, I'm gonna start with a 10K loan. In 4 months, when the money's released, I'll create 2 10K loans, and because he made 14K initially off the first one, he'll keep or spend or whatever 4K. So then after another 4 months, he'll create essentially 2 20K loans, and he'll keep it was like 10 grand or something in that 4-month period. And then in the third trimester or whatever, after I guess after 12 months or 8 months, then you could do like 2 40K loans and keep like, I don't know, another 15 grand or something. So this isn't even doing daily compounding or anything like that, or compounding interest. So when I first came across compounding interest, that blew my fucking mind. But when you do your daily reinvests, you're not getting any bonus payouts or whatever on top of the daily rate. So that's what got me thinking, like, you know, me and Nico thinking like, okay, so I like Nico's idea. I like his math. So what he was saying was, or what we kind of talked about was, like, in the meantime, like while you're getting your daily payouts, cash it out or move it out to your personal wallet. So anything happens, at least you got all those payouts. So let's say, like I said, you make 14 grand off that first 10K loan. So right before you're ready to make your second set of loans, you'd have 14 grand worth of Bitcoin sitting in your personal wallet. So if shit goes sideways, you still have more than your original investment of 10. So if you originally did 10 and you lose that for some various reason, or it gets froze out on their website or something, not too bad. So we're talking a little over $100 a day payout in interest, just based on the averages. So we were talking like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, cash it out or pull it out. It costs like $3 per transaction or something. So if you're cashing out $1,000 at a time or whatever, fuck it, no big deal. So yeah, that's the way he's leaning, and I'm wondering if there's a way I can do that too. So between client money owed to me and all that type of stuff, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can pool all my money and do a 10K loan. Because, like, what was it, 120 days. I was telling him, I'm like, dude, if you do a loan now, you'll have your original loan released back to you before Christmas. So, because we were talking about, like, he got a lump sum payout and he had the taxes removed. So it was supposed to be like 11 grand originally, and he got like 8 something or 8,800. And he was like, well, shit, man, I could have got the full amount back, done my original loan or first loan, and had that money released back to me before taxes were even due, and then he could have just paid the taxes or whatever. So very interesting, very interesting. So stay tuned for more. All right, so I'm on my lunch break, and just made it over to Meijer. I had to get a staple gun, and I'm headed back to run a couple other errands before I got to go back to work. But sitting next to an LS1 GTO, 5.7 liter V8. Wondering if he's gonna run me or not. Yep. Wow, that everything worked well that time. Torque converter, no slippage when shifting. It's kind of turbo weather. It's a little under 80 degrees, but wow. I was hoping I could get him to go. So, what else is happening? Not a whole lot. I sat down with one of my coworkers today, explained to him all about BitConnect. He seems to be on board. He wants to try with like $1,000. So I'm going to, he's like, well, how do I get Bitcoin? And I was like, well, you can either use something like Coinbase, and they charge an exorbitant amount of fees, or you can buy it off of me, whatever you want to do. He's like, okay, well, he's like, I'm like, you know, he's like, I can bring you a check. I'm like, well, I mean, that's fine, but I'm like, I prefer cash if you don't mind. He's like, oh, well, he's like, well, I don't carry around $1,000 in cash. He's like, I'll be back like in the office Monday. I'm like, that's cool, man. Whatever you want to do. I just, you know, was explaining to him how Coinbase marks everything up, and yeah, so. But I ran over a few different ideas with him. I showed him the compounding interest spreadsheet. I ran over the idea or the concept of that Nico came up with. Now, Nico has a very interesting investment idea. So basically, if you do a $10,000 loan, you're able to double your loaning amount every 4 months. So $10,000 day one, within 4 months you're able to lend out $20,000, and then within another 4 months you're able to lend out $40,000, and then within another month it goes to 80. In the meantime, in the first 4 month period, even though you're doubling your loaning amount, you're still able to pull out somewhere around $4,000 to live off of, do whatever you want with. In the next period, so $4,000 in 4 months, it's $1,000 a month. In the next period, you're able to pull out, I want to say it's, let me think here, is it 8,000 or something like that? So that would make you able to spend $2,000 a month, and then the next period it jumps to like $5,000 a month that you're able to spend while still being able to double your loaning amount. So pretty cool, very simple system, and a 10K loan isn't that bad. So I'm leaning more towards that. I need to figure out how much money we're owed for weddings and all that type of shit, and then I don't know, I might just roll that money into a 10K loan or something. So I mean, I could do the same thing with a 5K loan. The only problem is that it's like what is it? It's like a 6-month turnaround time. So I can't like do my reloan, or like, you know, I can't loan out again for like 6 months after that date. So the turnaround is much faster with the 10K loan versus the other one. So could you imagine that? I was telling him, I'm like, dude, so you're doubling your money in 4 months. I'm like, if you do a 10K loan now, you'd have that back before fucking Christmas. That's crazy. So that's my latest idea. I'm gonna come up with like some visual representations or diagrams or something that kind of shows this or illustrates it. But yeah, so stay tuned for more. All right, so one more thing to add. I've had this feeling for probably about a week or so, maybe just because I was on vacation or something, but not quite digging the vlogging anymore. So I'm trying to maybe kind of figure out where all this stuff is gonna go in the future here, the near future. So the waiting on these fucking guys, dude. So I don't know. It's not as exciting to me anymore. It's not as rewarding to me anymore. It was more for like the time capsule thing. I feel like, you know, every day I'm just talking about the same crypto type bullshit. You know, I mean, it's cool to me, but it's probably not really making for some interesting videos. So, not quite sure what that means. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the daily renders anymore. I might just do just a bunch of small clips. And like, unless it's like time spent with Grant or something like that, I don't know if I'm going to be you know, talking about so much daily type stuff like I've been doing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I lost the excitement for it. So it does take time and energy to render all this video and all that. And I don't know, we'll see. Maybe once winter comes, I'll have more free time and all that type of stuff. But like right now, it's just like everything. All I'm doing is running and gunning. I'm always driving. I'm always in the car, and I don't know. I just prefer to like listen to music sometimes instead of vlogging and stuff. So this might be end of an era. We'll see. But if anything, I might end up just like I said, like making like one video a week or something like that versus the same shit every single day. So stay tuned for more.